Flatiron Publishing, please put me on the list. Hey friends, welcome back to my corner of the internet where we talk all things thrillers, mysteries, and suspense. In today's video, we are going to be doing an Alice Feeney author ranking, and I filmed this video like 2-3 months ago, and I scrapped it because I just could not get myself together. So you know what, today is a new day, and I'm excited. I put makeup on, and we're gonna film videos, and we're gonna talk about our favorite Alice Feeney books. If you are new here, hi, my name's Kayla. Alice Feeney is one of my favorite authors. I read one of her first books in 2017 and I've been hooked ever since. And she is coming out with a new book in January. And of course, I've already pre-ordered it. It's called My Husband's Wife. I'm pretty sure it's called My Husband's Wife, and I'm so excited. I've been so jealous of everybody getting that book beforehand. And I'm like, Flatiron Publishing, please put me on the list. Like, I want this book so bad. But then when it actually comes out, I feel like that's the better time to read it. I don't know. Alice, if you're watching this, hi. I would love to read your book early. But anyways, you guys, let's get into the video. I don't know why I keep lying to y'all every single time I do this. I need to stop doing it. But I'm going to tell you guys what I'm currently reading before we get into the video. I'm currently reading The Last Session by Julia Bartz. She is the author of The Writing Retreat. That is a book that people either love or they hate. I was in between, like I liked it. I was intrigued. If I sound a little stuffy and out of breath, one, I have asthma, so I'm always out of breath. And two, I'm currently getting over a cold. I'm on chapter 23, page 118, and I'm enjoying it so far. It's giving cult vibes, it's giving psych ward. I'm enjoying it. So let's see if I continue to like it. And you know, I'm always reading a physical book and listening to a book at the same time. And right now I'm currently listening to Things We Do in the Dark by Jennifer Hillier on Everand. That's the platform that I use to listen to all my audiobooks. But I'm enjoying this one so far as well. I'm kind of on a Jennifer Hillier kick right now. I just finished The Butcher and then I went straight into Things We Do in the Dark. I used to have this as a physical copy, but I gave it to my sister. But anyways, now we're getting into the Alice Feeney author ranking. I want to start off by saying I have genuinely enjoyed every single Alice Feeney book, some more than others, but there's not a book on this list that I've rated less than 3.5 stars. And again, 3.5 stars, I will definitely recommend a book if it's 3.5 and above. 3 stars and below, I'm not going to recommend it. But you don't have to worry about that because none of these books are rated less than 3.5 stars. So we are starting off with my least favorite Alice Feeney book, and it is Good Bad Girl by Alice Feeney. Duh, Kayla, I don't know why I keep saying that. But Good Bad Girl is about a baby that was stolen 20 years prior from a grocery store, and a woman in present day is murdered at a nursing home, and we are trying to figure out how these two events are connected. And this story is being told in 3 different point of views. I think 1 is a past point of view and 2 are present day point of view. And I enjoyed this. I really did. It was not true Alice Feeney fashion with like twists and turns everywhere. This one read more so like a mystery, not a mystery thriller and suspense book like the rest of her books are. It was still very atmospheric. I really enjoyed it. I think this is the only Alice Feeney book where I guessed a part of the twist. Did not guess the full thing because it's still the queen of the twist. That's what they call her. But I think this is the one where I guess a part of the twist. And this book reminded me of like a Sally Hepworth style type of thriller book. So more so on the mystery side of it. But I definitely still enjoyed it. If you're looking for something that's easy to read and not like a lot going on, then I think you might enjoy this book. This next one might come as a surprise because it is her newest release in 2025 and it is Beautiful Ugly. I was waiting for this book to drop. I pre-ordered it I think in June of 2024 and I got it in January when it released. I think she releases new books pretty much every January. Her new one is coming out in January again. And I enjoyed this book, but I was expecting a little more from it. Beautiful Ugly is about best-selling author Grady Green, and he is on the phone with his wife to celebrate and tell her the big news. And she sees something in the middle of the road, and she gets out, and she's never heard from or seen again. And it's been a year later, and Grady has not been able to write. He's just not himself. So his publisher is like, listen, you need to get away. So they send him off to this remote island in Scotland so he can finish his book and, you know, just try to move on with his life. But while he's there in this island, he's like, I swear I just saw my wife. So that is the adventure that we are on. What happened to his wife? is that really her? And what is going on? Is Grady going crazy? It's a lot. This book was very eerie and atmospheric. I think this is her eeriest book and her most atmospheric. Those are the pluses for this book. I love the vibes. The vibes were great. It was a little slower. You know, I love a slow burn, but this one was slow, not boring, but like, all right, let's get to something. And when the something happens, because you know she is the queen of twists, but she does like the whiplash twists where the twists come at the end, and I'm all for that. I love it. I love that style of writing. I don't need a twist every single chapter. But this one, when we got to the end, I was like, oh, and then oh. You know, like it just didn't hit for me, but I still definitely enjoyed this one. This just wouldn't be the first book I would suggest if someone was asking about Alice Feeney. But I did definitely enjoy it. This one was beautifully written. The writing style is she just writes so well, but this one just felt a little flat for me, and I was a little disappointed. But still, if you are looking for a good time, something that's not a popcorn thriller, and you just want to take your time reading this, then definitely check this one out. Next on the list is the book that is becoming a Netflix series starring Tessa Thompson. I'm so excited to watch it, and it is His and Hers by Alice Feeney, and I enjoyed this one as well. I think this is her most popular book because it is written in the most normal style of thriller book. If you've read all of Alice Feeney books and you've read this one, you'll know what I mean, because it is the most like typical domestic thriller book that she has. Everything else goes against the grain and it's just totally left field. But this one is more so a regular, normal domestic thriller book. His and Hers is about Anna Andrews and Jack Harper, and they used to be married, and there was a murder that occurred in the town of Blackdown, and Anna is a news anchor and Jack is a detective, and slowly they are starting to investigate this murder, and both of them end up being prime suspects in this murder case, and it is a wild ride. I don't think anyone can guess the twist in this book, and if you have, let me know down below, because that that was very much so wow. Like, Alice, I need to be in your brain, because how in the world did this happen? So I'm so excited to see how this plays out on TV and in a television show versus the book, because this book was good. It was good. It's just not my favorite Alice Feeney, because again, it's like your regular domestic thriller, murder mystery. Well, not regular, but surface level is regular. I definitely enjoyed this one, and a lot of people truly, this is their favorite book of Alice Feeney. This next one on the list, I have included in some of my like top thriller books with the craziest twists I've ever read. And as soon as I read the comments and posted that, people were like, Kayla, how did you not see the twist coming? I did not, y'all. This one truly got me. I was so shocked when this happened, and looking back, I'm like, oh, Kayla, really? Like, how did this book get you? But you know what? I had a good time, and I definitely enjoyed it. And it is Daisy Darker. You guys, this is a quintessential locked room mystery. I loved everything about this book. Daisy Darker is about the Darker family, and they are coming to visit their Nana for her 80th birthday. And strange things start to happen. The tide comes in, and no one can leave the island. And at midnight, one of the family members dies. And then after that, one by one, everyone starts dying. And we are trying to figure out what in the world is going on, who is killing these people, and why. And you guys, I don't know. I did not see the twist coming. I definitely enjoyed it. It was a good book. And it has illustrations, and it's in perfect condition. It seems like I didn't even read it. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed this room. This is the only locked room thriller that she has, and it's like up there with my top locked room thriller books. So let me know down below. Did you guess the twist? I know a lot of y'all did, but if you didn't, were you flabbergasted like me? Because I definitely was. I was. Now we are at our top 3 Alice Feeney books, and I'm so excited. But this one is an unpopular opinion because it is her lowest rated book on Goodreads. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care. I love to go to Goodreads to see the ratings, because sometimes I agree and sometimes I don't. But none of Alice Feeney books have like a 4-star review, like average. They just don't get her. They don't get her. But I get you, girl. I get you, and I get your writing style. But they don't understand. The next book on the list is I Know Who You Are by Alice Feeney. I've talked about this book, I think 3 times before now. But listen, I like this book. This is her darkest book that she has. And you don't realize that it's dark until you finish it. And you're like, oh my gosh, what in the world did I just read? It's kind of gross. It's kind of gross too. Not like body. Well, just read this book, okay? I know a lot of people hate this book. I, for one, ate it up. I Know Who You Are is about actress Amy Sinclair, and one day she comes home and her husband is missing, and she quickly becomes a prime suspect in this investigation. And she's starting to realize someone knows exactly who she is and what she did in her past. And y'all, I love this book. I genuinely enjoyed it. I think, oh God, I can't remember whose Goodreads review I saw, and they were like, 1 star, trash, terrible book. And I'm like, 4 stars, 4.5 stars. Like, I love it. You just have to you have to be in the right headspace for this book. And I enjoyed it. Trigger warning, there is an animal that is abused in this book. It's literally 2 pages. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me, but you know, it does for some other people. It's not a dog or a cat, but still, I have to tell you that up front. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed this book. The next book on the list is one of my favorite books, and this was my first Alice Feeney book that I ever read back in 2017, so I've been rocking with my girl for a very long time, and it is Sometimes I Lie. Now, this one is not for beginners at all. I need to do a reread of this book because there are some parts where I'm like, I still don't understand exactly what happened. Like, I had to go on, not a Reddit thread, but I had to Google, like, what in the world did I just read? You know those movies that you watch and you're like, what? But in a good way. In a good way. That's why it is number 2 on the list. But let me just read you the synopsis. My name is Amber Reynolds. There are 3 things you should know about me. I'm in a coma. My husband doesn't love me anymore. And sometimes I lie. That's all I needed to see. That's all I needed to see, because we love an unreliable narrator. You're lying? Well, let me find out what you're lying about. I loved this book. It is so good, and it is a little complicated. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on with this book, so take your time when reading this one. But I definitely enjoyed it. This was my first Alice Feeney book, and I was like, yeah. So much so, when I moved a couple of years ago, I could not find the copy. I had the hardcover copy of this book. I got it from Barnes when Barnes used to have a clearance section. Do y'all remember that? Barnes used to have a clearance section just like Books A Million. Don't know what happened. Well, COVID happened, and they were like, yeah, forget y'all, you're paying full price for these books. But I could not find it, so I went to Half Price Books, and I bought it. Yes, that's how you know I'm a reader, because I'm like, I've read this already, but I need a physical. I need every single book that she has, and I have all of them in physical form. So yeah, definitely check this one out. And this should be no surprise, if you aren't new here, that Rock, Paper, Scissors is my favorite Alice Feeney book. I will accept no criticism, none, about this book. So leave your comments if you did not like this book. Don't even drop it down below, because I will delete it. I love this book. It's not even my favorite Alice Feeney book. It's my favorite, it's top 5 favorite thriller books of all time. Y'all, I genuinely love this book. The illustrations, just the atmosphere, the vibes. Now, this is a slow burn. I love a slow burn. I love a slow burn, because slow burns are suspenseful and thrilling at the same time. Y'all, the twist, the halfway twist that got me, and then the from right here to the end of the book got me. Whiplash. A lot of people say this book is boring, but it's just because your brain cannot handle all the goodness in here. It's such a good book. So Rock, Paper, Scissors is about Adam and Amelia, and they are a married couple who's going through some problems. So they decide to take a little retreat and make it like a little getaway to kind of rekindle their relationship. Obviously, they get to this place, nothing good happens. A lot of things start unfolding. They start finding out things about each other, and it's just a whole whirlwind of events that take place in this book. If you like diary entries in a book, well, would you consider a diary? I don't know. Yeah, I love it. Her writing style in this book is so good, and it's a slower one. There's not a lot of things that happen. You're reading about a marriage and seeing how the marriage unfolded over the last 10 years. And there's a halfway there's a twist that happens halfway that literally blew my mind. I was in the customs line because I was coming back from vacation. I was reading this in Mexico and I was almost finished with it. And I got to a point where I said, wait, what? And I had to, you know when you have to do one of those like, huh? I love that. If I go, wait, what in a book, automatic 5 stars. Love it. Definitely enjoyed this book. So you guys, that is my official author ranking of my favorite Alice Feeney books. I love them all, and I'm so excited for her new book that is coming out in January, My Husband's Wife. Fun fact, there was a book that I read called My Husband's Wife like years and years. When I say years, probably when I was in college. And I am twice removed from college, okay? But what was it? Oh yeah, there's a book that was called My Husband's Wife, and I was like, I wonder if it's going to be anything like that book. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And excuse my lashes, y'all, and excuse my nails. We're not making any excuses when it comes to getting these videos done. So take me as I am. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.